about how can you practice your English by yourself, and what are the tips that you should do to improve your English and to speak English fluently. So for people who are here, do you have any questions to ask Dr. Priscilla? Maybe we are gonna discuss your questions. I think that you can hear me, right? Okay, Dr. Priscilla, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay.
And I want to say, for those of you who are here, I will have a free gift for each of you just for showing up and participating today. So this is really, really great.
Okay, so are you going to tell us what the gifts are?
No, I like surprises.
Or it's a surprise?
I think people could be surprised and amazed when you get something in your email that there is a gift for you. So.
Okay, so Dr. Priscilla is going to send you a message on your email, so please check your email, okay, because she has all your emails, by the way.
Yeah, if you're in this session, I have your email. This is the only way that you were able to get. I am a native English.
And thank you for accepting my invitation.
No, it's my pleasure.
Okay.
I want you all to know that there is tremendous power in being on Facebook. It is because Shima saw me on a Facebook page and then invited me to come and speak with you all. So don't miss out on the opportunity to join other Facebook groups, engage in those groups, and participate. All right, Shima, let's start.
Hey, Summer Noor has a very important question for us, which is, why do we have vocab and we know grammar, but when we speak English, it's difficult for us to speak? So do you have any tips for us?
Okay, and who is this asking?
Summer Noor. Let's say Summer.
Summer, that is a great question. That's a great question. Summer, write 2 words in the chat box, 2 words. And Shima, I want you to tell me what those 2 words are that she's.
Okay.
Write 2 words in the chat box, and I'm going to share with you how to learn these words, and every one of you that is here today will benefit from that.
So Summer, we're waiting for you.
Okay.
Write any 2 words.
Any 2 words. Okay, what else is in the chat box, Shima?
I don't know, maybe Summer isn't here. She's here. She wrote progress and health.
Okay, progress and health.
Yes.
When we talk about progress and health, listen at how I'm going to use these words so that it becomes at the cellular level in your brain. Okay. In order to make progress in anything, we must attempt to do something. We must actively participate. For example, if we want to have a good body and a good mind, we want to work on our health. And there's a process that we must employ to make progress. We may need to eat a healthy meal. That's progress. That's doing something. We have to do something in order to have something else to happen. So we want to make progress.
So you mean that knowing a word isn't enough? You should use this word several times, not only once, many times.
And what actually happens, Shima, when you use the word many times, the word will come across your brain in front of your eyes when you're talking. And you'll immediately know, I'm making progress here. I'm making progress today because I've heard this word, I've used this word. Instead of having a sheet of paper and you've learned 10 words.
Of course. Yeah.
But if you put those words into practice, and it doesn't have to be a lot of words, because what we find out is that when we have one vocabulary word, we can learn the opposites of the word. And this builds your vocabulary even greater.
Smart idea, Okay, to know the word and the opposite of this word and how should you use it. So here we have another question for Minna.
Okay.
Minna is saying that when I learn English, I'm so excited. But after that, when I don't see a real progress, I lose enthusiasm.
Very good.
So how to be enthusiastic and excited all the time?
So Mina, that's a great question. That's a great question. And I want you to pay close attention to what I say today, because this is what you would want to model. Almost every time someone will ask something, I'm going to say, that's a great question. That's a stamp.
Yes.
And this is what you'll hear people say on TV. That's a great question. And it is a great question. And I'm going to tell you something like this. There are times when, I'm just going to speak from the standpoint of an American. When we start to date for the very first time, this guy, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that we're going to go out and eat dinner.
A great example. Okay.
We're so excited about seeing each other and doing things. Now, 3 years from now, I'm not as excited. I'm happy, but I'm not as excited as that first time. So here's what I want you to remember, Mina. You have to understand your why, W-A-Y. You have to understand your why are you learning English. Anything else?
I think it's a great answer. So I think it's okay. It's normal to get used to it. When you speak English, so you get used to it. So that's why you lost your enthusiasm. And Dr. Priscilla told us a very important thing, to be motivated all the time, to think about why do you want to improve your English? Why do you want your English to be fluent?
Exactly.
Okay, but here, Jadu Junior, something like that, he's asking what we are speaking about. Actually, we're speaking about how can you improve your English? How can you speak fluently? Okay, so that's our topic. Somebody is asking, is grammar important when I speak English? So what do you think about that?
Okay.
I want to know who wrote. Okay, it's Summer again. Okay, Summer again.
Summer. Okay, Summer.
Okay.
Listen at what I'm going to do. That's a great question, Summer. Do you see? You see how I'm saying the same thing? It's repeating, repeating, repeating. So, Summer, grammar is important, especially to the English language learner, because this is what you've been taught. I too was taught grammar, but I was taught grammar a little differently than the way that you've learned grammar, because I live in a native speaking country and grammar becomes automatic. Yes, I did have my little booklet that told me how to say things, but it was through the practice, speaking practice, that I would get it correct. Grammar is important, but what is more important than grammar is to be understood. So don't give up on the grammar, but I wouldn't put too much energy and emphasis on grammar at this stage. If you're over 18 and you are able to understand grammar and you want to improve your English, I'm not saying don't study grammar, but it isn't necessary. You really need to practice. You need to practice. That's a great question. It's a great question.
Yeah, I think it's a very good question. So don't focus on learning grammar as much as you can practice your English. So practice your English. Maybe you can practice your English in a wrong way, but the most important thing to be understood, as Dr. Priscilla said.
That is correct.
Okay. So Ahmed Ismail, by the way, Ahmed is one of my students and he's very hardworking. His name is Ahmed, okay? He's asking, how many words a day should I memorize? It's a good question, Ahmed.
Who knows what I'm going to say? Mohammed, that is a great question.
Ahmed, okay?
What is it again? Say the name. Ahmed?
Ahmed.
Ahmed.
Okay.
Trust it to my head, not my heart, if I say your name incorrectly. There's no quantity of words. If you can learn 1,000 words in a day, learn 1,000 words in a day. But I would say be realistic and practical with what you do. Learning vocabulary, as I say, that should not be the goal. The goal should not be to learn vocabulary, to be able to use vocabulary. One of the best things that I could suggest for you to do when you're learning vocabulary is to write it down. This will demonstrate your progress. Write down the word that you're learning. Then tomorrow, did you use that word? Write a sentence for me using the word progress or health or both so that it will become ingrained in your brain today that you know these words. Understand me clearly. I believe that each of you here know the definition of progress and you know the definition of health. But is this something that you use? I'm helping you to develop useful vocabulary. Okay?
Okay. So I think the same idea, using your vocabulary that you already have more than once, several times.
Exactly.
So you remind me of something, Dr. Priscilla. Don't memorize a single word. You should put the word in a sentence or in a phrase or in a situation to make it easy for you to remember this word.
This is
correct. Do you agree with me?
I totally agree. 100%. You want to be able to, you want to be able to use the word. Of course, you have to be exposed to the word and understand the word, then start to use the word. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, here's Ahmed again. But Ahmed, another one, Ahmed Nagar. He's asking, let's say, for example, someone, his English isn't good, his English is bad, and he thinks if he speaks English in front of you, you will shock or you will make him. So is that true, that you will make fun of someone his English is bad?
That's an interesting question, and it's an interesting point of view. Make your mistakes. Understand your why. When you understand your why, the motivation is going to come within. You will not even see the people who might think it's funny. Okay?
Okay. I like your answer so much. So I'm going to add something. You should believe in yourself.
Yes.
Even if someone... Yeah, so self-confidence is so much important. If someone makes fun of you because he cannot be like you, they're jealous of you. Okay, so ignore them. You have a goal, you can do it. Okay, so be confident.
And Shima, the key is to remember your why. Why are you doing it? So when you're feeling unmotivated, go back to, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Okay?
Yes, that will keep you up. Okay, so here Ali is asking a question, which is, because I know him, so I'm gonna, say his question another way. So Ali, by the way, his English is very good, okay? But when he speaks English, he keeps saying, yesterday, like we have this actually in our language, in Arabic. So when we try to remember something, we say, I don't know for other people or other culture, but that's so common in Egypt. So what do you think?
We do the same in English. Listen to me, Ali. I want to tell you a few things about speaking English. It's not that easy to learn a new language, but if you really try, you can do it. Did you hear me say all of those ahs? So there again, it is recognizing your progress. With technology today, the key to doing great is having something like your cell phone. You have to record yourself. Then listen to what did you say? How many times did you use the word ah? If you used it 15 times, try to say it again and use ah 10 times. Do it again, use ah 5 times. Do it again, use ah 2 times. And before you know it, you will have eliminated ah, and your progress is determined.
Yes, because you have your cell phone, so you can practice that by yourself.
Exactly.
But I have a question for you, Dr. Priscilla.
Yes.
You mean to practice the same topic over and over, or to practice many topics?
No. One topic.
Many questions. Wow. Okay, so Maha has a very important one, which is she is getting confused by phrasal verbs. You have many phrasal verbs, actually. When you speak English, you use phrasal verbs a lot.
We do, and phrasal verbs will help with your fluency. Phrasal verbs will help tremendously with your fluency. So you need to learn your phrasal verbs just like vocabulary. So ask her to type a phrasal verb in the chat box for me.
Okay, please, Maha, write a phrasal verb. Okay. So phrasal verbs and idioms are important when you speak English. Do you think so?
Yes and no. That's an interesting
Yes and no.
Yes and no. It's important.
Okay.
It's important if you're fluent. If you're not fluent, idioms do not make sense on their own.
Okay.
But
so I believe you mean it depends on your level. If you're fluent, you can learn idioms.
Level. Because even trying to trying to explain this to a level 1, it would be difficult.
It's gonna be so hard.
It would be hard. So level 1 should not try to learn idioms.
Maha answered actually. She said 3 phrasal verbs. She said get out, get in, get along. Of course, you can say get out or get out. It depends on if you speak American or British accent. Get out, get in, get along.
So get out, get in, get along.
Yes.
What has to happen when you're using the phrasal verbs, and you need to know the phrasal verbs? It's just like vocabulary. You have to understand what it is and then start to use it.
Okay. So here Nabil has a question. Okay. So I think we answered this question before. So Nabil is saying, when I start to speak, I feel very great. But after that, I stopped. So why he started well and why he couldn't end?
That's an interesting question.
Okay.
One of the reasons that you started well is because Nabil excited. You're happy.
Okay.
Then after a while, you start to talk and you've lost your vocabulary. You've lost the words. You don't know what to say. And that is not necessarily something that you can't correct, but you have to understand your why. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to talk to someone in English? And go ahead and, okay.
Okay, so as Dr. Priscilla said before, just practice the same topic over and over. Okay, so practice is perfect, you know. So Minna here has a question. Yeah, what should she listen to? Should she watch movies or listen to songs?
That's a good
question. Interesting question.
It's an interesting question. I was trying to think of the question. Well, here's the thing. It's just like sports. You have to understand your why. Why are you watching a particular thing? There is no magic. There is no magic. There's no golden bullet. There's no whatever. Whatever it is that you enjoy doing, that's what I would suggest that you do. If you like watching sitcoms on TV, watch the sitcom. Watch the sitcom for the pure enjoyment of laughing. Like,
So you mean that to practice your English? Yeah, you should of course listen to songs, watch movies, but you have to practice your English, not only listening.
Exactly, but I would say start with one thing because you want to measure your progress. If you don't know where you're going, you don't know where you started, you don't know where you're going, choose one program, whoever the person is.
But I partially agree with you, Dr. Priscilla.
Okay.
You said do whatever you're interested in.
Yeah.
But I think listening to songs is not going to improve your listening skills because there are some lyrics, you know, they're not real situation.
But is that something that you enjoy doing?
Oh, but I don't depend on that to improve my English.
Okay, but
I just like it.
Okay, but if you like it, who do you like listening to? Tell me.
Michael Jackson, for example.
Okay. I'm not saying listen to all of Michael Jackson's songs, right? Listen to one, The Girl Is Mine is one of his songs, right?
Yeah.
Find the lyrics on the internet. The Girl Is Mine. Learn those words. The Girl Is Mine. I don't really know the song, but I know the song. When you learn those words, then you're going to take those words and you're going to say, the book is mine. This is not at your level. This is at a level that is for someone that is not at your level.
Uh-huh.
You need to understand how you're actually learning. So, but for a level 1 person, that would be perfect because they can't say the girl is mine. What does that mean? The girl is mine. Then you're understanding that this is my special friend. Then you take the book is mine. This is my book. And you can say, the book is mine. I love looking and sitting under the tree.
Okay, so learn English in a fun way.
Learn English.
Not in a boring way.
Make it fun. Make it fun.
Yes, sure. Fun is a very important part when you practice your English.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
so here Susan has a question. How can she improve her listening skills?
Okay, so let me ask Susan, what is she currently doing to improve her listening skills? What is she currently doing? And while she's telling us what she's currently doing, the best way to improve your listening skills is to start to listen.
Yes.
So you can listen to podcasts and or music. And at first you're not understanding what anyone is saying. But the more you listen to that one thing, learn one thing. It could be about space. It could be Michael Jackson's song until you can learn it perfectly. Not singing it, but you know what the words are. Okay. That is improving your listening. And then you're practicing saying what you hear. Then another thing that you do if you listen to podcasts, as the podcaster is talking. So Shima, do this with me.
All right.
You won't talk at the same time, but you're going to repeat. It's called shadowing. You're going to say what you hear me say.
Okay.
Today I'm doing, you should be talking at, today I'm going to do
Today I'm going to what?
Okay, and it's okay if you don't get it. You just say what you think you heard. Today,
I need to listen to you first and then repeat.
No. You need to listen at the same time. And
at the same time? Oh, it's challenging. Okay.
Yeah. Ready?
Ready.
Today I'm doing a podcast.
Today I'm doing a broadcast at 5 p.m.
Yeah. So this, this is going to improve your listening. And the more you listen and you catch my rhythm, you'll know that she pauses about every fourth word. Today I'm listening to a podcast with
at 5 p.m.
Yeah. So you get my rhythm.
Okay. Hisham is asking, how do I know if I'm fluent or not? Maybe he's fluent and he doesn't know that. Okay,
I think that you'll know. You will know if you're fluent or not. And let me give you an example, Hisham. If it's raining outside and you are wet, would anyone have to tell you that you're wet? No, you know that you're wet. If people are listening to you and they're saying, what are you saying? You don't have to ask, am I speaking fluently? I think that you know. Are some people more fluent than others? Of course. So a lot has to do with how much time you're putting into it and your why. There are people who speak English, such as myself, but they can speak English much better than me. But I'm fluent. I'm good enough. So I want to say thank you so much for having me today. I hope that.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone.